Hello,
Hello.
how are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good. You have good pronunciation. Okay,
Oh, really? Thanks.
so let me just test you something before we start the lesson, okay?
Okay.
So this is just to test your vocabulary,
Yeah.
okay? So in 5 seconds, this is a 5 second rule game, okay?
Okay.
So within 5 seconds, you have to give me 3 words related to a topic. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Ellen DeGeneres? That's her game.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
have seen. I've
Like,
seen the show like several times. And
yeah. So let's do the game today. Although I'm not
okay.
Ellen. Okay. So
Okay.
let's try the first ever. Can you give me 3 English names?
Three names. Name. There are
Five,
Anna,
four,
Anna, Tim,
three.
and Nick.
Okay, cool. Then now 3 words to say to about pets. Pet.
Pet.
Not
Okay.
dog, not dog, not cat. Give me 3 more. Okay.
Okay. Parrot.
5, 4.
Mice, and hamster.
Okay, very good. And mice is the singular or plural form of mouse. Which one is the singular and which one is the plural form? Mice.
Uh. Mice is plural form, right?
Okay, correct. Okay. Now, okay, give me 3 countries except Vietnam.
Okay, so England, America, I mean the USA and Turkey.
Turkey. Okay. Now, 3 countries in Europe. Europe.
Europe, France, um, let's see, Poland and England.
England. Okay. Okay. Do you know the difference between England and United Kingdom?
Yeah, I kind of like
Do you
not
know?
really.
Okay, so England is just England, but United Kingdom will include Scotland and
Oh,
Ireland. So the
oh,
whole kingdom, okay,
yeah,
United Kingdom. So when
yeah,
you talk about England, it's mean only just England people, British people. But
yeah.
then when you talk about United Kingdom, there would be Scottish and then Irish. Okay. So
Okay,
that's the difference. Okay. Try to remember that. Just something beside the lesson. Okay.
okay.
Now, tell me 3 ways to say hello, but not
Um,
hello.
um, okay. So hi, hello, and
Cannot
I
be
mean,
hello. Hello.
no. um, like, is WhatsApp a way to greet people?
Yes, you can say what's up to other
Yeah,
people.
or maybe like just hey.
Hey, how
Yeah,
do you do? Right? How do
yeah,
you do? Okay.
yeah.
So now give me 3 adjectives to describe a person.
To this adjective to describe a present,
Person.
a person.
Okay.
Okay, so beautiful, handsome, or I mean, talkative.
Okay, so now 3 adjectives to talk about your status.
Stated.
For example, you're happy. Okay, so give me
Okay.
more adjectives about that.
Bored,
Bored,
exhausted, or like I mean, let's see, angry.
angry. Okay, very good. So, do you know the difference between bored and boring?
Yeah.
Is there any rule to make these adjectives?
Um. Sorry, can you repeat it again?
So, is there any rules to make these adjectives? Whether to put ed or in?
Okay, so it's like yeah, when you're like talk about your feeling, you add ed, but when you say like when you describe about something, then
Mhm.
you will use in.
Okay, give me pair of adjectives with ed and in. 3 more.
Three more.
Okay.
Um. So mm,
You have
exhausted and exhausting.
okay, exhausted and exhausted. Excellent. What else?
And
Okay,
let's see.
excite. We have excite.
Oh, excited and exciting.
Very good. What else?
And
Okay.
uh,
So when you are annoyed and annoying.
annoyed and annoying.
How about similar to annoying? You have the noun irritation. Now you make it
Yeah,
adjective.
irritated and irritating.
Okay, and similar to irritation, we have frustration.
Yeah,
So
frustrated and frustrating.
Okay, very good. So try to remember these words because they are band 6 in IELTS. Okay,
Yeah,
try to be more complicated, not to say sad or tired or annoyed, but you can say irritating, irritated, or frustrated, frustrating. Okay, these words are more complicated than the easy word. Okay,
okay,
next.
yeah.
Okay, can you tell me 3 word adverb? 3 adverb.
Adverb.
Mm,
Well, badly, and carefully.
carefully. Okay, now tell me 3 compound of adverb and adjective.
To compel. Adverb.
And
Adjective.
adjective, yes.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I cannot think of anything right
Okay,
now.
so usually you can use extremely. Okay,
Yeah,
extremely
extremely.
happy. So that's
Yeah,
the compound adverb and adjective. So the adverb give more meaning to the adjective. Okay,
yeah. So very,
very,
really,
really,
and super.
super. Okay, so that's good. Try to remember this word. Okay, so sometimes you
Yeah,
can do compound adverb and adjectives. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, easy one. Give me 3 English songs.
Three English songs. So,
3
when
English songs that you like.
oh my God, so there is like a lot, so I cannot choose any.
So
So
recently that you like.
for example, like when we were young by Adele,
Mm-hmm.
and Delicate by Taylor Swift, and Another Love by Tom Odell.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. 3 things you do before going to school.
So three things I do before are brushing my teeth, having breakfast, and preparing my books and notebooks for school.
Okay, very good. So you do know how to put plural form for words. Okay, so I don't have to
Yeah.
teach you that. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the end of the game. Thank you for participating.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's moving on to the question I meant to ask you. So you are targeting to get of which band of IELTS? Which
Okay. Um.
5 or 6? 6.5 maybe?
Yeah. I wish to achieve 6.5. Yeah.
6.5. So
Yeah.
have you had any experience with taking the test before?
Um. Actually, like I have taken a few contests and tests before, but um, but I, I guess I can say yes.
Okay.
For something for a contest that is like kind of professional like IELTS, then I have never
Mm,
like
okay.
yeah.
So the IELTS test is just overwhelmed for everyone because one test to say that for every band, okay? So they're not like an IELTS for band 6, but it would be IELTS for band 9, but you have to take that test. That's the point of
Yeah.
IELTS. So
Yeah.
when you see the IELTS test for the first time, you might
Yeah.
feel overwhelmed. because it's too much for you, too much to read, too much to write, and too complicated to answer, even speaking, although you have good pronunciation, okay? So, do you know about all the parts in IELTS? Right, of each skill, they have parts, right? So, do you understand well about each part?
Yeah, so I have done some research before, and I also read I have also read some news about IELTS, so I kind of know that IELTS they will have some part like reading and listening and speaking, right?
So basically, there would be 4 skill section. Okay, so reading, listening, speaking, and then writing. Okay, and today I'll just try to brief you with the speaking section. Okay, so inside the speaking section, there would also be 3 parts. Okay, so the first part, they will ask you about general things about your personal information. Okay. And then the second part is that they're gonna hang you a cue card, okay, just a small paper, and ask you to describe something. Usually, it would be describe your experience. And then you have 3 minutes to prepare yourself, and then you have to give a speech in 3 minutes about thing that you need to do in the cue card, okay? And then part 3 is the most difficult one because it's the following up with the same topic in cue card number 2. So if they ask you about a restaurant that you usually eat out, then in part 3 they would probably ask you about the eating habit of Vietnamese people or of your country. Is it healthy, kind of thing, okay? So it's not an easy, like in a tic tac you can answer it. Then you need to have some strategy, okay? So for today, what I'm trying to do is to give you the feeling of each of the part, okay? In a very easy way. And then you can tell me whether is there any topic that you feel uncomfortable or you feel so difficult to answer, okay? For example, my part, to be honest, I'm scared if someone give me the cue card about environment. Environment.
Really?
Yeah, because it's tough, okay? So let me try to give you the speaking part that related to environment, okay? Wait, I need to find it on the internet. Environment. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is environment. So, where did I put it? So I prepare some questions, but just wait for me. I don't know where I put it.
Okay, I can wait.
So how old are you? I never asked about your personal information.
So I'm going to be like 14
14,
this November.
which means that you are in grade. Which grade are you in? Grade?
Grade 8.
8. Okay, and you wish to study IELTS for which purpose?
I mean, so I want to study for IELTS, so I can to improve my skills and my listening and reading and also speaking skills, because I find that those skills of mine are kind of like is good but just not good enough for IELTS.
Yeah, so I think it's good that you put you have a mindset about studying English to give it a purpose. Because usually people don't know why they study English, but then you want to do the IELTS test, and then you have to study hard to get into the IELTS test. So I think it's a good way to study English, study with a purpose. And also the IELTS can help you with thinking critically, because during writing section you're supposed to give a critical thinkings, demonstrate your critical thinking through an essay about society. So I think it's a good way to develop that. Maybe in school you don't have that chance to speak up your mind and to think in both sides of the coin. So IELTS is a way so that you can think in both sides. Okay.
Yeah.
So just find the IELTS topic about environment. Okay, let's try part 1. Okay, let's see how would you do it. Okay, do you think pollution is a big problem nowadays?
So in my opinion, yeah, is it's really a big problem in our nowadays, because um um is the pollution seems to has become worse um for the few years recently. People, there are now more factories, and they all pollute they are all polluting the environment, and the people in the modern days do, don't seem to care about the environment
Okay,
like
very good.
people used to
So
be.
that part 1. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to answer with 2 or 3 sentences. Okay. So I
Okay.
think you did it great. Just remember, if you use a word like big issues, you wouldn't get 6.5. If you try to say like great issue or like huge issue, like other word rather than big, then
Okay.
you get higher score. That's it, because it's
Okay.
about testing your vocabulary. Okay, if you
Yeah.
show you know more than just simple word, then you got higher score. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try another questions from part 1. What do you do to prevent our environment from pollution?
um so I have been um anticipated um uh mm, in some groups that they usually do things like planting trees and do and picking up trash. And I also my uh, often tell the people near me to keep the environment clean. And I I also improve my knowledge about the environment.
Okay, very
My
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good answer. Okay, pay attention to the questions. So they ask you about what do you do. So it's mean that you need to say something in present tense. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can say present perfect to say how many times you participate in kind of like environmental event, and then
Yeah.
try to focus on present tense or present continuous tense. You don't have to make it complicated with past tense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, that's it. And you say have been, but have been, you need to add verb in. Okay. I have been participating in many events, kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you're nervous. This is not that you don't understand the grammar, I think, right?
Yeah, like
Okay.
because every time that I do a test,
Mm.
when I do the speaking part, then I tend to get like nervous easily.
Yeah,
Like,
it's totally normal. I can get it. I get it wrong all the time. So no worry, okay?
uh, yeah.
Okay. So let's moving on to part 2. Okay.
Okay.
So saying I hanging you a cue card, okay?
Okay.
And now have a look at the card. and prepare a monologue. Okay, describe an environmental problem or event. Okay, and you should say what is it, where is it happening, and what problems does it cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Okay, I'll send the questions to Skype,
Okay. Thanks.
and then just pretending that you have 3 minutes to prepare yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Okay. Ready.
Okay, cool.
So, on these days, air pollution, has been a quite a serious problem. It's happen. Uh, Actually, it happened. It happens all around the world. Because uh, there's pollution everywhere. The there's the vehicles that you ride every day is also one of the problems. Is also one of the things that cause air pollution. And air pollution is also very dangerous. Is um, the air pollution is a cause of global warming, and is also causes human illness. It increases the percentage of you getting lung cancer and or any kind of um, um, breathing problems,
Okay.
and is also the main reason to cause the unbalance of the natural of the environment.
Okay. Is it all? Is it all?
Yeah, yeah, that's all.
Okay, so now I will follow up with part 3 with
Yeah.
style questions, okay? For
Okay.
example, what examples are there of how we damage the natural world?
So the more you can see that the more we become modern, the more the environment is badly affected. Mm, in the old days, though there in the old days there wasn't so many environmental to problems. There wasn't many natural disasters, and and the environment wasn't uh, like um, uh, wasn't so badly affected. But now you can. But now the even though heat of the earth is rising and the disasters happen more frequently, so you can see that the people. Mm, so you can see that the environment is now more become worse, and
Okay, very good. Okay, let's try another question from part 3. In which ways do we respond well to environmental problems?
Sorry, can you repeat the questions again?
In which ways do we respond well to environmental problems?
Um, so let's see. Uh, we um, sorry, I don't understand the question clearly. Can you explain it?
Okay, so the question is to ask how would we do something about the environmental problems? So we see the
Uh,
problem and how we solve it or how we respond to it.
okay, uh, so many people have noticed that uh, the environment is now being is um, being badly affected. So there's lots of organization organization and events to help the people to increase their knowledge um, about environmental problems. And lately, there's even a big event around the world, and that is uh, the Earth Hour.
Mm,
And that event has mm, caught many people attention, and they and now and they also being and they also um, take and they and so the people now take the environmental issues more seriously, and they do more uh, things to have the environment, like turning off the lights and planting trees and ride bicycle instead of motorcycles or
okay,
cars.
okay, very good. So how do you feel about the topic? If you was meant to do this topic in the real test, how do you feel about it?
Actually, I think I shouldn't be too like you know I mean not too scared of it, I guess.
Okay.
I shouldn't be too nervous,
Mm-hmm.
but but when I'm asked about something, I can get really nervous, and my mind is just messed up. And
It's it's
so you can
yeah.
like
It
so you can see that
mm,
I mm, I didn't I couldn't say things like clearly, and I could arrange my ideas
mm,
together.
mm,
Like I can say it in a logic way, but I just say what comes to my mind, and I
mm.
don't think that's really good for a test.
Okay, so this is actually a quite difficult topic because it requires you to have a variety of new vocabulary related to environment. Okay, so
Yeah,
in order to prepare for this kind of topic, you should well equipped with vocabulary and also with information, for example, facts or events in real life about environments, then you would
yeah,
be cool with it. Okay, so
yeah,
this is just so sudden, but sometimes environment topic actually appear in IELTS test, and it's actually a
yeah,
very hard one. But the
yeah,
good thing about this topic is that you don't likely to have to use past tense and then conjugate it wrong or make it wrong. You can use present tense, but the point about this topic is about vocabulary. And if you
yeah,
demonstrate a great deal of vocabulary, then you get very high score. So that's the
Yeah.
pros and cons of this topic, right?
Yeah.
And
So like what?
I remember I learned this topic before during high school or secondary school, unit 12 or something. So it's
Yeah.
very at the end of the book. And to me, some of the vocabulary are still difficult for me to like come up with if someone asks me so sudden. Okay.
Uh,
So when I
but
read,
it's
I
like
remember though, but I don't usually or likely use them in speaking contest. So it's okay that you
yeah.
feel nervous about this topic. So that's the reason why this is my uncomfortable topic to talk about. Even me, when I take an IELTS test, I would be freaked out if this someone hand me the cue card about environment.
uh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Like
mm,
it, but I think it's such a coincidence because like I've just had because just learned a topic and it's also about environment
mm-hmm,
and like at English class
mm-hmm.
and mining class.
Okay, so that's the reason why you're well equipped with vocabulary, right?
No, but actually I still think that my my vocabulary is poor because sometimes um there's some there's something in my mind, and actually it uh, is kind of like a good idea that you should include it in your speaking. But I just don't have enough vocabulary to
Okay,
describe that idea of
okay.
mine. So
So this is a assignment for you. So at home, when you have time, you open you open your textbooks, okay, English textbook
yeah,
that you have. So usually they would like present that into unit, right? So you see this unit and you tell me which of the unit you still feel it's still difficult for you to like speak about it, and then you tell me, okay? So
yeah,
IELTS is just about taking out all the topic from every textbook that every student learn, and then make it an exam, okay? So all the
yeah,
topics should be in any textbook. So it should be about clothes, it should be about fashion, food, environment, technology, any kind, okay? So
yeah.
when you say about it and when you think about it, which one makes you feel uncomfortable? You tell me and we try to focus on that, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, for example, to me, many students of mine saying that environment is a number one difficult topic. The second one is technology. Technology. To talk about technology and how it affects our society or our life is also a very hard topic. So we can focus on that before anything else, build up our vocabulary, and then feel comfortable to talk about it later. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I will give you some of the terms that we can use in environment. Okay.
Okay.
So because you keep mention about air pollution, okay, so we
Yeah.
can say air quality. Air quality. Can you guess the meaning of it?
Air quality.
Yes.
So I guess it's like about like the state of the air around you like for example, is it clean or
Yes.
is it like dusty, I guess.
Yes. It's absolutely correct. So it's a cleanliness of the air that we breathe. So
Yeah.
that air
Okay.
quality.
Okay.
Okay. So you can talk about climate change. I think you already know the term. Climate
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Climate change.
So you can say the change in the worldwide weather patterns, okay? Climate change.
Yeah.
So it's not only about the weather patterns, but it's mean something worldwide, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm, okay. We also have a very good compound adverb adjective, which is environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly.
Friendly, environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Okay.
So thân thiện với môi trường ha. So environmentally friendly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have exhaust fumes. Exhaust fumes.
Exhaust film.
Yes. So that's the toxic gases that
Okay.
given off by vehicle powered by petrol. So
Yeah.
instead of say dusty dusty air, you can say exhaust fumes. Okay. That's
Yeah.
the correct term for that dusty air. So the toxic gases, okay, by motorbike, motorcycle, anything that run by petrol, okay.
Okay.
Okay, and you did mention global warming, which is very good, okay. How about, do you know about greenhouse effect?
Oh, green.
Greenhouse.
Oh, yeah, greenhouse effect. Yeah.
Okay, so learn the difference between global warming and greenhouse effect, huh? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you can also say natural disaster. If the event like earthquake happen, it's actually a natural disaster.
Yeah.
And the other type of disaster is man-made disaster.
Yeah.
So human-made disaster is technically called man-made disaster. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can use that in an environmental topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you would say about like air pollution. Now let's come to other aspect of environmental that you can also talk about, which is about animals, endangered animal, endangered animal. So recently there is a rhino that just killed off, right? You know about the news. The
Yeah,
rhino
I
named
heard
Sudan.
the
So he
yeah
is the last and
last.
only male rhino.
Oh, wait. Yeah, white rhino.
Yeah, the northern white rhino.
Yeah.
And his name is Sudan, right? He just been killed off. And not killed up, but just passed away because of illness. But at the same time, he's the last one on earth because everyone keep poaching him, poaching the kind. So here we have the word poaching.
Yeah, poaching.
Poaching, what does it mean? Do you know the term?
Um, Actually, this is the first time I have heard about this term.
So poaching, I'll write it down for you.
Yeah.
Poaching is the act of hunt an animal illegally.
Oh, okay.
So săn bắt trộm á, okay. And then we have poacher, as the person who hunts the animals illegally. So if you meant to talk about environmental problem or event, you can about animal, endangered animal, these words are the thing you need to learn. You can say hunt illegally, but the correct term for that is poaching.
Yeah.
Okay, poaching. Okay, and then you have to become extinct.
To become extinct.
Do you understand it?
Yes, I do.
To become extinct, which means that the animal no longer exists in the earth. So to become extinct.
Yeah.
Okay, to become extinct, no longer exists. Okay, or in the rhino case, we can say that to be under threat.
Under
Threat là bị đe dọa đúng không? Bị đe dọa tuyệt chủng á. So you can say to be under threat. Okay?
Yeah.
Because there are still two rhinos of that kind in Earth, but they are all females. Okay, so they are under threat of becoming extinct, but at the same time, human, us, we can do something about it, right? We can, with the technology, we can make something happen through the rhino DNA and make it new new
Yes,
species. Yeah,
like duplicate of the type.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, and again, endanger, put it ed. Okay, bị
Yeah.
đe dọa ha, endanger, endangered species. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you can talk. Okay, one more thing. So patrol, huh? Patrol is the one who protect the animal or an area from
Okay.
roaches. Okay, so patron, for example, in the forest, he would probably be kiểm lâm, patrol.
Yeah.
But in other wide area, he would be the one who just protect the animal from
Okay.
poacher. Okay, and we do have an international policy with a defense shoot first policy, which is to protect all the patrol.
Okay.
Defense. So because poacher are very dangerous and aggressive, so there should be a policy to protect all the patrol and the animal from poacher. So instead of that, they are allowed to shoot the poacher first and foremost for defensive purpose. Yes, so
Okay.
we have defense shoot first policy, and you can actually talk about it, mention about it to know to gain more score in the IELTS speaking.
Yeah.
Yes. What else? Okay, so the act of, because poacher hunt rhino for their horn, right? So
Yeah.
the act of taking out the horn would be dehorn.
Okay.
Dehorn, okay? Dehorn the rhino. And sometimes environmentalists or people who protect the animal also dehorn the animal in order to protect them. So saying a rhino without a horn may be safe from poacher. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
dehorn can come from poacher or come from patron. So they do also, in order to protect the animal, dehorn the animal so that they are no
Oh,
longer
those are like hunting.
valuable. Yeah,
Yeah.
valuable to poacher, so they can just pass away the animal, okay, and let them live.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that's how you can tackle cue card number 2. You can actually talk about air pollution, global warming, anything that you like about the air, or you can focus on about animal, endangered animal. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, anything that you feel comfortable with. For example, if you feel like you already know a few or quite many words from air pollution, go with it. Okay, go for your
Okay.
first hunt. But if you feel like, oh, animal is a easy way to talk, then just talk about animal. Okay, it's up
Okay.
to you. Okay, and one more tips when you do the speaking number 2. So usually you find it very hard to give them a structure, right? You just
Yeah.
say what you meant in your mind.
Yeah.
But before that, you can introduce your plan. For example, so today I will present about an environmental event, which is, and I will have some, and you give number, okay, three facts about that problem, okay, and you put it here. No one notice your gesture, but when you put number 3 like this, you know you have to present 3 points.
Okay.
Okay, and it
Yeah.
can be deal with many topic. Like if they ask you about reason, about causes of anything, you just keep it like I have 3 points, and then you go on with it. You cannot forget when you do like this when you talk. Okay,
Okay.
so just use your gesture. No one notice and no one like take out your point because of you do some weird gesture. because they score you based on your voice only, and that's it. And even like the examiner, they don't care if you do something weird inside the interview or the exam. Okay, the point is that
Yeah.
you deliver something out of the speaking. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our first training for speaking today. How do you feel about it? Do you feel overwhelmed or you feel okay, I can do it?
Actually, I feel uh like okay, I can do it, and also thank you for those really helpful advices.
Okay, so speaking might be your strength, okay, because you know a lot and you can talk and you're confident about it. The thing I think you should be worried would be writing and reading, yes, because they are really hard. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like for the reading things, like sometimes there's too many information,
Yes.
and we cannot decide uh, which is the answer. And also there is some they will give us like two similar information, but
Yes.
just only one of them
So
is the correct one.
yeah, so the point of reading is to test your vocabulary, not
Yeah.
only just simple vocabulary or simple word, but to test whether in the same meaning of something you do
Yeah.
have two or three words about it. For
Yeah.
example, optional, you need to know alternative. These words are synonyms. Optional and alternative. And then
Yeah.
you need to know these words, okay, in order to rephrase in writing. But at the same time, in reading, they also trick you, okay? So,
Yeah.
okay, let's open the file that I just sent to you
Yes.
to see the first reading section, okay?
Okay.
So, reading section one, okay? So, reading passage one is usually a factual text, okay? And it
Okay.
usually easier than the other parts, so it's a good idea to do it first. So,
Okay.
it will have kind of like the first section always be the easiest, and then at the end it would be very difficult, okay?
Okay.
It will
Okay.
taking out from books that is super difficult and it's to prepare you to study in college, okay?
Okay.
Because when I take the test and when I did actually went to the UK to study my master and have to read tons of reading, then I realized that they are the final section of reading in IELTS. Okay, so you
Yeah,
can
like
imagine how hard it is. Okay, you just like grade 7, grade 8, right? And then you have to read something college like. So it's very hard. But the
yeah.
first one is the easiest one, and you can do it correctly. So try hard, target in that, and just willingly do the final no section with nothing like no pressure. Okay, the first
Okay.
one needs to be correct. Okay, so
Okay.
do you want to read out loud this article or do you want to read in silent?
Actually, like I like to like read out loud because I guess in that way you can like
Mm, mm,
correct me if
mm.
I'm wrong.
Okay, cool. So let's just try to read it out loud for me, and then I'll try to give you some feedback. Okay.
Okay. So Australian culture and culture shock. Sometimes work, study, or a sense of adventure take us out of our familiar surroundings to go and live in a different culture. The experience can be difficult, even shocking. Almost everyone who studies, lives, or works abroad has problems adjusting to a new culture. This response is commonly referred to as culture shock. Culture shock can be defined as the physical and emotional discomfort of a person experiences when entering a culture different from their own. Weaver, 1993. For people moving to Australia, Price, 2001, has identified certain values which may give rise to culture shock.
Okay, so
Firstly,
you see like there is some explanation and it's usually be the year, right? Or the
yeah,
name of someone. So that's how they cite trích dẫn ha in the book or in the article. So they give you the name of the author or the name of the book, for example, Weaver, and then
yeah,
the year of publication of that article. That's how they cite this. Okay, so
okay,
just make you know. Okay, you don't have to read it for me, but to make you understand about it more. Okay,
okay,
the year is not the year that Price has identified certain value, but
yeah,
it's the year of publication of the article. Okay.
yeah, okay. So, firstly, he argues that Australians place a high value on independence and personal choice. This means that a teacher or course tutor will not tell students what to do, but will give them a number of options and suggest they work out which one is the best in their circumstances. It also means that they are expected to take action if something goes wrong and seek out resources and support for themselves.
Okay, so pause here. Can you go down to the next page? And there
Okay.
is true for exercise. So can you read the statement number one?
Statement number one.
Australian
Culture.
teacher, no. Um, so section 5, exercise 5, you see, number 5. Use the
Okay.
underlined word in question 1 to 6 below to find the relevant part of the passage. And here,
Okay.
question number 1. Okay, statement number 1.
Statement number one.
Australian
Australian teachers will suggest alternatives to students rather than offer one solution.
Okay, so that's the passage that you had just read, right? So can
Yeah.
you tell me is it true or false or not given?
Um. Uh. This is true.
That's correct, okay? So you see here, they will say will suggest alternatives. You see? But in
Yeah.
the passage that you read, there is no word such as alternative, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But is it that
Yeah, so
like
they so
options? Yeah.
yeah, so the thing that you can identify is something about the teacher, right? The teacher or
Yeah.
the course tutor, and
Yeah.
then give them a number of options and suggest they work out which one is the best in their circumstances. So that's
Yeah.
how the test trick you. You see?
Okay.
So even like you read the whole thing, you wouldn't like find the exact same thing in the questions. They would change, rephrase, paraphrase the questions
Yeah.
to make it confuse you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say statement number 2. Okay. In Australia, teachers will show interest in student personal circumstances. So have you read about that information before? Is it true or false?
Um. I guess that is um not given.
Okay, not given. Okay, let's just read the first paragraph again.
Actually, like
Okay,
um
okay, no, it's not in paragraph number 1, but it's in some of the paragraph. So okay, wait. So can you skim and tell me which paragraph is to answer statement number 2? If you can skim or
I
scan.
guess that I guess that should be paragraph number two.
Number 2, okay. Uh, Number 2, Australian are also prepared to accept range of opinion than believe in the one truth. In it. Is that what you say? Number 2?
Yeah, number 2, I guess.
Okay. So yes. So that might be right. Okay, that might be right.
Okay.
So that's how you base on, and you say not given, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 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 what we do now is that we read it first and we try to answer statement number 1. And now we do the opposite. We read the statement first, then we find information from the reading context. So which one is the best one to do in IELTS?
So actually, I guess you read the question first, and then
Yes,
you read the
that's that is
uh,
absolutely correct, huh? Because you
yeah,
don't have enough time to read the whole thing and try to understand all the reading. So
yeah,
first, you read the question first. You try
yeah,
to find information, looking for keyword. Okay, so here they do you a favor. They underline thing that you can scan quickly from the paragraph. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
teacher, circumstances, first name, study all the time, financial, and older. So these are the things you should scan to see which paragraph is this, and read it carefully and go back to the statement to state whether it's true or false or not given.
okay,
Yeah, but so that our first strategy, for today. Okay, first
okay,
strategy: read the question first, try to find and scan for the informative paragraph, and then answer the questions. Okay.
okay.
So how do you feel about the first reading section?
Oh my God! Like, actually, I didn't expect it to be this long. Like, it's long, and also there's some they they also use some words that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is so it could be hard. It could be hard to me for me to
Mm,
find the answer since I
mm.
don't understand the words, so I cannot really know um what is the meaning of the sentence.
Okay, so don't worry. So that's why I'm here to help you. Okay, so
Okay.
you can actually learn a lot from reading passage. So it's not for IELTS taking, but also to learn new vocabulary because
Yeah.
they contain a lot of information, contain a lot of vocabulary,
Yeah.
and to tell you the truth, they are like chosen one. So, so in order to prepare the IELTS test, all the examiner they choose from a range of vocabulary that they think are needed for student, for worker, and then they put it in reading, and then they ask you to do so. So
Yeah.
these words are actually useful to learn in real life, and then to level up your vocabulary level.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we just try to understand the reading first, and then at the end of the course maybe we will do some time management and strategy. Okay,
Okay.
to like get over the reading. Okay, but in your like you do you read a lot in your free time? Do you have the hobby of reading?
Yeah, actually, like like to I love to read, and sometimes if I can find something that is cool or very interesting to read, then I would actually I would read the whole things, and maybe I will try to read it out loud so I can
Yes. Okay.
uh,
So can
yeah.
you tell me so far name of some books that you read?
um actually I haven't I haven't read many books in English, but I just like I just find some kind of news on the internet, and I read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going, if I have free time, then I'm going to read the book, Game of Thrones.
Okay. Okay. So do you find it like difficult to like sit still, read something? Do you have that like khó khăn quá, không muốn đọc không? Do you have that kind of feeling? Because reading is also about not an easy habit. You have to like practice and work until you feel comfortable enough to read a long passages.
Yeah, actually, that that do happens to
Mm-hmm.
me because if the topic is not something that I'm interested about, and the paragraph is just too way too long, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like just going to read
Mm-hmm.
the first part of it and
Mm-hmm.
then I stop.
Okay,
But
I just sent you one of my favorite book. It's
yeah,
the
I
Part of Being a Wallflower.
yeah, I
So
know that book.
yeah,
Like
I have you
it,
read it already?
no, I haven't read it, but I heard that there's even a movie, right?
Yes. Okay. So if you want to read something like real book, I think this
Yeah.
is a book for you because this book is just letters of someone send it to you. Okay. So just
Okay.
imagine a friend send a letter to you day by day. So just start off with this. So start like day one, read one letter, and if you feel like you can do it, read two, and then read three letter, and at the end of the book, you read tons of letter, and you feel the urge. You don't feel like reading long is tired or exhausting anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
this vocabulary is super easy for you. Okay, so just try to make a discipline to read one letter a day, and then if you can do it, read two letters a day. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, just for your free time to build up a habit of reading. Okay,
Yeah.
and later on you can read something else because when you reach to the level, for example, your level, it's hard for you to learn new words in a
Yeah.
natural way because all the word you might know. The only thing that you can find like in new word would be in reading. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
Like
That's the
um
bitter truth about learning English. You will reach to the point
until
every
like
yeah.
right now I'm like reach to the point that that all the words that they usually use in um
Yes.
daily is like already
Yes.
I've already know that.
That's
So
it. That's the thing.
so
So you already
yeah,
know the most common use
use
words. Yes.
yeah,
And
but
now you need to learn more and you don't know
yeah,
where to find them. So
yeah,
you have the only way is to find them in reading.
uh, yeah,
In reading or
like
even like movie,
uh,
but specific
wait,
movie, not just
uh,
like romance movie, because romance movie is about I love you, you love me, and kind of thing, conversation.
yeah,
But
like
you need to do movie like crime scene, science, technology, documentary in order to find new words. I'm
yeah,
sorry, so that's the bitter truth. You now have
yeah,
to face it.
yeah,
Okay.
like when I'm like when I'm having my English class, then all the words they're like they learning are the words that I
Already
already
know
know.
and you feel
Yeah,
bored,
like
right? You want to learn something new, right?
yeah, I want to learn something new. Like no, when it's like so I also usually watch movies
Mm.
to find new words and and the thing and luckily like I really love to watch so crime scenes kind of movie.
Mm,
Like I used to watch CSI on XN channel,
yes.
and
So yeah,
so
so only this movie and only in books that you find new word. Okay.
yeah,
So you need to read more. I'm sorry. There is no other way. Okay. So
yeah,
we
yeah.
can spend
I know
time
that.
we can spend time reading some IELTS reading section, and
Yeah,
also you can build up your vocabulary by reading books in your leisure time. Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
just do both, and then you will learn in a very fast way, get more vocabulary. Okay, don't worry. Okay,
Yeah,
so we get used to it, we try to read more, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to read more so I can enhance my vocabulary range.
Okay, very
And
good. um
like most of the words in my English book at school, they are all the words that I have heard or have known.
mhm.
So there is no more new words for me. So I even thought about reading the whole dictionary
No,
to
no,
just to find
honey,
new
you
words.
don't do from dictionary, you get tired. Okay, read something first, read something informative, something like documentary, and then find new words from that. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I will try to give you something like at the same time useful, informative, but at the same time fun for you to read, but let me think about it first. Okay,
yeah,
and then maybe I can send it to you. Okay.
yeah.
So you mentioned you like crime scene things. So have you ever thought of reading like Sherlock Holmes or Conan Doyle or Agatha Christie?
Um, I have a volume of Sherlock Holmes, but but it's in Vietnamese, not English.
So you already remember the plots and the story, right?
Yeah,
So
like
maybe now,
and I have also watched the whole series of Sherlock Holmes on BBC.
so I think now it's time for you. It's a perfect time for you to read it in English, honey. It's time. It's time. The time is here. Okay.
Yeah,
Find
but
the English version of it and read it every day.
yeah,
Yeah, to learn
um,
more.
yeah, but the thing that somehow is kind of like is a bit hard to find a, a book that is in English in my place, and the only way that I can buy English books is buying
Kindle.
books online, but
Yes.
but those book is some of them, the one that I'm the one that I like are like extremely expensive and
Okay.
is out
So,
of my budget.
okay,
So
I might introduce you to another writer who also like the queen of crime scene, which is
really,
Agatha Christie, and you can easily find her ebook online for free. For
yeah,
free. The trouble is that her character, for example, Conan creates Sherlock Holmes and Christie create a detective, and he is a little bit hard to understand because he Belgium and he speak French. So sometimes you can find French word in the book and maybe you don't understand it.
yeah,
But I will send you the link to Agatha Christie novel about Hercule Poirot. Um, Recently, they just have her movie with Johnny Depp character.
yeah.
Have you read? Have you watched it?
Johnny Depp.
Okay. The Death on the Oriental Express. Chuyến tàu tốc
Uh,
hành á. Chuyến tàu tốc hành
nah.
phương Tây, phương Đông, phương Đông. Yeah. So that's the new movie of her book. So
Okay.
you can take a look at the movie and you can tell me whether you like the theme or how she like deliver the story. And if you like it,
Yeah.
I will send you the link to read her book.
Yeah.
Because they're a series of like crime solving from the detective. You
Yeah.
can find it interesting or entertain you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just end our section here and let me prepare for something for you to read and to speak next time. Okay, so let's
Okay. Thank.
just try first with reading to learn vocabulary and then
Yeah.
do something related to that topic but in speaking, and then we go to listening and writing later. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so assignment for you. So first one, think of a topic that you find so difficult to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, and tell me, share with me anytime on Skype. Just text me like, oh, I find technology is too hard to talk about. Can we work about it?
Yeah.
And if you can, do the reading section one exercise. Okay, read the whole thing, do some question exercise, and then we can discuss about it the next time, next Sunday. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So it's optional, the assignment, but if you want to be active, just do the assignment. Okay, think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would think about it.
Okay, so see you next Sunday. Okay, enjoy your evening, Sunday
Okay.
evening.
Yeah.
Okay,
See you.
see the
Have a good
movie.
day.
Okay, see you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.